Well, you want to set a tone on a football Friday. Browns, Chiefs, Sunday. I can think of no one to set a tone or to help us set a tone better than the heart and soul of this team. And I would argue that much of the turnaround that has happened here over the last several years started with the acquisition of this man. As we head out on the hotline, he is a great friend of the program. He is a great Cleveland Brown. He is Jarvis Landry. Buddy, you've waited a long time for this one. It's Friday. It's almost here. Chiefs on Sunday. Explain your emotions for me.
Man, it's hard to explain. I'm excited to get back out there with the guys. I'm excited to get back to, normal environments that, we all love on Sunday, and looking forward to competing, man, and going out there and try to get a dub.
Jarvis, when you get into a game week like this, it's a big change from what you guys have been doing in training camp, competing against ones versus ones, and I'm sure there's still some competition periods, but when you get into that game plan and start to dive into the things that you're going to try to execute on Sunday, I know the coaches love that. Do you like that as a player when you start to see, okay, here's what I see that we're going to be doing this week?
Yeah, I love that. I love, the whole process. I love developing my plan, and how I want to attack the B's. I love, seeing how the plan comes together throughout the week, and being, with that being said, also being able to, see the excitement, the intensity this week has been through the roof of just how we've been preparing, and it makes you that much more excited for Sundays.
And when you go through your own preparation, what stood out to you about this back seven and maybe some of the corners that you're going to be facing down in Arrowhead Stadium?
Yeah, man, they're a tough group. They're a tough group. They're gonna get hands on as much and as often as possible. Obviously, we're gonna have to, have our hands full with, winning our one-on-one matchups, in pretty much the entire game. And they do a lot of things with that back end, with disguising things and making a lot of things look similar. So, we had our work cut out for us, but we prepared in a great way. I feel that has left us to be prepared for what we can expect on Sunday.
Jarvis, such a unique circumstance for our team offensively. And I'm curious, obviously we're running everybody back. All the players are back. We're healthy. O's back healthy. The coaching staff is back. Bake back in the same offense, the same systems. You guys can start to add to all of the incredible base that was laid last year. When is the last time you had that as a player, that type of continuity from year to year?
It's been a while. I've been through a lot of changes, in that aspect, whether it was players or coaches or schemes. But at the same time, I think just how we've continued to grow together throughout this whole entire process and being able to be in the same system again, being able to get some guys back healthy, I think all those things play a big factor in, how we approach Sunday and, hopefully the outcome.
You're such a competitor. Was it hard when there were preseason games not getting out there, and how much have you been itching just to get back on the field and have the opportunity to get back on the field in the same place where last year's magical season ended and this season begins?
I'll tell you what, man, I'm excited. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it, and I'm excited. The preseason, I didn't get as much burn as I probably would have liked to, and for a lot of different reasons. But now it's serious, and I know what to expect. I've had my fair share of experiences throughout the 7 years that I've played previously. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited as ever. And, again, like I said, I really can't wait.
Jarvis, what is I know you've watched the football. We know how much of a football fanatic you are. And to see full stands, you're going to get a full stand at Arrowhead, man. I mean, that's as legendary a place as it gets. How much did you miss it last year? And how much are you excited to have that? It's awesome being an opposing player, I would assume, in a place like that.
Absolutely. I miss it. I missed it so much. I missed it throughout the whole entire year. And, it's nothing like, being on the road in a hostile environment, and having the opportunity to go out there and compete with your teammates, for a chance to leave that place pretty quiet, and that's something as a competitor that I love about going on the road and going into those type of environments, that are set to be loud, that sets the stage for, what football truly is, and to be able to quiet that noise down with some big plays and a W.
Speaking of the quiet, this past weekend you got away with Odell and Austin Hooper, and it looked like your families and Baker Mayfield out to Montana. What was that experience like, and what does that say when you guys are clearly, you have that camaraderie, that bond, that brotherhood? And we know you and Odell haven't. We'll talk about that in a second, but just to have that with your quarterback and even Austin Hooper getting in the mix, how special was that weekend, and what do you think that means to not only you guys but this team?
Man, look, it was a big part of, it's a big part of who we continue to grow as men, as players, as teammates, and obviously have an opportunity to, share those couple of days to recharge, but also still, get our work. We spent time with our families there, but also, we had an opportunity there's a field there. We had an opportunity to run some routes and catch some passes, go over plays, talk through thoughts, watch a little film together. So it was just something that I think we really need. We need it because of the grueling days of training camp and the routine of training camp, just to be able to get away into a new environment, a new setting, and recharge. But, we still was able to get the work in that we needed. It was important.
Jarvis, what have you seen from Baker this offseason? Certainly the second half of last year, he just – a fire lit and away he went, and he's such a natural leader. Everybody is so eager to follow him, and he played so great down the stretch last year. What'd you see in him this offseason? What'd you see him in minicamp? What'd you see from him in training camp?
Yeah, just the things that he requires himself. The things that he requires of himself, the standard that he holds himself to, and also the standard that he holds other guys to. I think the biggest thing another thing that stood out to me besides his leadership was just, his preparation. He's one of the first guys in the building. He's one of the first guys in the weight room. He's one of the guys that's on the field. Hey, we're expecting this, talking through things. And that's something this year that I've seen him take another step even for us the offense and plays and why we're running things and situations. And, that's something definitely that's important, when a guy who has the type of ask, being a quarterback and the job that he has, to still be able to hold himself to a higher standard and also make sure the other guys are holding themselves to a higher standard and where they need to be when they need to be there. That's something that's very important.
It is. He just seems to be in command this season, and it's going to be exciting to see him on the field at Arrowhead Stadium with you. And now, we won't know until 90 minutes before kickoff, that's according to head coach Kevin Stefanski, if you will be reunited on the field with Odell Beckham Jr. We know that it is not far off. What kind of has this offseason been like working with him, seeing him come back? And I've just been so fascinated with his dedication to running these routes with the precision that they want in this offense when he's doing those sessions on the side with Baker. But I find Odell to be such a determined, passionate guy who wants nothing more than to win, and I hope he gets a chance to be a part of winning as early as this Sunday. But as I said, we'll find out 90 minutes before.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's the thing about him, man. Like, his work ethic, his dedication to his love for the game is never in question. He is a guy that, is always, thriving to be a better version of himself each and every day, each and every time he takes the field. And, the amount of things that he's been through in his career and also being able to come back the way that he has is something that is, extraordinary, and very impressive to see, how he's moving, and how he's feeling. So I'm hopeful. I hope I get a chance to play with him in this first game. But if not, during the season, I know when he's back, he's gonna be ready to go.
Jarvis, I was talking with your coach Chad O'Shea, and for a guy as accomplished as you are in this league, the 5 Pro Bowls, numerous NFL records for receptions in seasons as you begin an NFL career, and the thing that he loves, I think, more than anything about you is you never stop asking questions. You never stop wanting to improve. What fuels that fire in you? And what are some of the new things maybe that you've discovered even as you move on here in your career that make you even better?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know, with time and maturity, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about, a lot of different things. And, I think the biggest thing for me, was just no matter what I've accomplished or no matter what I've done, it's just staying open to coaching, staying open to constructive criticism, staying open to asking questions. Those are things that I knew that was important for me in my career to continue to help me grow, because I mean, personally, I've accomplished things, but I still feel like I haven't really done the things that I know I can. And, all of these things are continuing to happen, as I learn more, as I have more experience, and that's something that's definitely important to me. And Chad is a guy who, has the experience of playing in Super Bowls, has the experience of coaching Hall of Fame caliber receivers. Randy Moss is one guy that comes to mind, so always picking his brain about those things and how those guys got better and, trying to figure out what I can use to help better my game.
Jarvis, in the time that we've got to know you, you are never somebody who I think does not understand the moment.
Yes.
And you think about the moment in your career. You think about the moment in this franchise, 75th anniversary of the franchise. You think about 12 wins a year ago. You think about playing the team that eliminated you from the postseason a year ago, opening them with them this year. Put this moment into perspective in terms of where you are, where the organization is, and where we're headed on Sunday.
Yeah, man. It's kind of like the vision that I had when I came. When I came to Cleveland and I stepped foot in the organization, and I remember the press conference, and I said that it would be different. That this would be a place of winning. And I remember reporters in the press conference chuckling and laughing a little bit, or even just kind of like, why would it be different? Or and now that we're at this point, it's something that I really saw, and manifested. And I think that we have the right type of guys, we have the right staff. We've made the right type of steps toward where we want to go. And I think this first game is definitely can be a measuring stick for us. But at the same time, it's something that, for me, it's the type of games that we need to be playing, the type of games that we need to be winning to take the final next steps to what we want to accomplish. And the end goal is winning the Super Bowl.
We love you, man.
Yes.
We love you. You're everything you want a Brown to be. Thanks for your time. Good luck on Sunday. Can't wait to watch you guys out on the field, pal.
Thank you. See you guys. See you, Nate.
All right, man. The great Jarvis Landry.
He's the
heart and soul,
of it, man.
Yes.
He's the heart and
the
soul.
Guts.
He's everything. I mean, I hope this is the last jersey he puts on ever. I want his number in the ring.
Same.
That's who he is. To me, that's who he is. And you and I talk about it a lot. That's who he is.
He is the perfect guy for this city, too, because he is so tough. He is so gritty. He is, even though he plays a quote-unquote diva position of wide receiver that people would say, he is willing to do everything and be that extra coach on the field, play through a broken bone in his back.
So tough.
In the National Football League, and have the wherewithal. We remember talking about the game against the Jets where he had the wherewithal to get up, make sure that we got the ball, got it spiked so we could get a field goal at the end of the first half after he took a big hit over the middle. In Cincinnati, making sure everybody was on the line where they needed to be so that we could win that game a year ago. He's what you want in your locker room. He is what you want representing your franchise, and he's an all-time Brown as far as I'm concerned. I know his tenure is very short, but his impact on the field, in the locker room, in the community, in this building is palpable, and it is immense.
He is the quintessential vision of what the Browns way is of what in 2021.
Yep.
He is it. He's the personification of it. And
he's that guy.
He is that guy. And it's awesome. It's you can't help it every time you see him. By the way, folks, just for the kids, a little peek behind the curtain. We respect him so much that you didn't even steal a story.
No, I would not get into steal story.
We're not going to get into steal stories. That's how much steal history, whatever.
No.
Like with Jarvis, I thought maybe.
You started to smile, but no, I wasn't
going that way.
I'm going to confuse
so much respect.
That's right.
So much respect for 8-0 that we don't even steal stories with 8-0 around. So I mean, if that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will. Lots to get to on the program today. We're going to set the table for the Browns and the Chiefs on Sunday. We start with a make out of you.
Oh, yeah.
In the receptacle.
We're back,
One time to be
baby.
alive.
We're
the
back.
Scores.
Let's go.
Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily. Beau Bishop here for my guys at Weather Seal Home Services. Do you have a leaky roof, loose shingles, roof discoloration? Don't head into the winter with a bad roof. Call Weather Seal Home Services now and get a beautiful new roof before the season ends. Plus, choose between free gutters or Gutter Guard. How about that? Also get up to 7 years zero interest with approved credit. Trust in Weather Seal to do the job right for the best price and the lowest monthly payments. You can give them a call at 877-351-SEAL or go to weathersealhomeservices.com. Well, here we go. It is a football Friday. It is the Chiefs. It is us versus the Chiefs. Pack some breathable stuff, my friend. Some breathable equipment.
95. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to put on. I don't know what I'm going to have to see if – I don't know if that's suit weather.
It's not suit weather. It's probably what I would do in that scenario with my many years in the southern part of this fine country is I would go with a long-sleeved, light, like maybe even – well, the color is really insignificant, but a long-sleeved, breathable fabric so that if there is any breeze, that will cool you and it will keep the sun off of your precious skin, my friend.
Which would be a good thing. I just don't know that that's going to be in the cards for me. I think I might end up in the old suit there. And I have a seersucker, but as I have gotten more fit, that seersucker suit does not fit me.
You're bursting
like
at the seams.
It does not fit like it used to. Yeah.
The seersucker is a great look. It's just
It's a tan seersucker. It is.
Oh, then it's
one of the last time I wore it, Gibbe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was in Nashville for a Titans game.
Oh, what a perfect place.
And I got compliments from players on both rosters. Yes, people were loving it. On TV, however, it turned out that it couldn't pick up the nuance of the tan, and it kind of looked like I was wearing Colonel Sanders suit out there. But it's a beautiful white and tan seersucker. It was actually a groomsman suit from Lowe those many years ago.
I like forward-thinking groomsman suits, ones that can be worn down the road in other other places down the road. I think that's a smart job. It's a good job out of whomever did that. So 92 at kick. Big news in terms of us as we start to prepare. Jadeveon Clowney back at practice. You hinted at this yesterday. Back at practice today after missing the last couple of days with illness. There are questionables in terms of Odell Beckham Jr., Jadeveon Clowney, Ronnie Harrison, J.C. Treader, all questionable for the game on Sunday.
I don't feel bad about any of those.
Type. Coach was coy.
Quite coy.
Quite coy.
I made sure so I had to reiterate.
You really were very emphatic, and the coach just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same page.
All on the same page. Yeah. It's when you think about what happened to Baltimore yesterday, you think about some of the stuff that's happened around the league. I mean, the Marcus Peters injury for that, let alone Gus Edwards. I mean, they were going to have J.K. and Gus Edwards, and obviously whoever they're playing at running back isn't as good as those two guys who are a change of pace. But the Marcus Peters thing,
the bigger story,
is the bigger story because what they do defensively is predicated on those two corners being there.
Yes. Now one's not. And being dominant, being locked down, all of those things. Yes.
I think about and I think you have to I think it's fair to if from the outside looking in to wonder about load management a little bit when you think about 3 ACLs to prominent players in a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah. Now one was hit induced. The Dobbins one.
The Peters was not.
Peters was not.
Was not.
No, neither was Edwards. So.
Yeah, and I think one thing I'm really there's about 1 million things I'm interested in this game on Sunday for. There's so many ways you can go with this thing, but I think one thing when you think about the plan that was put in place, one of the P's, of course, of a 3-game preseason, 3 days off in between training camp and season, 17-game season. What did this group learn from a year ago with injuries? Because knock on plexiglass, we don't have any. Nothing of significant. Not like this. Not like we had a year ago. Not season-ending stuff that happened.
So, by the way, that means, Gibbe, correct me if I'm wrong, so Troy Hill, Greedy, and Grant Delpit are not on the injury list at all?
Oh, if you only had a light.
Only a non-air light, he would know.
Only had a non-air light,
he would know that he was not on. You hate to see it. Gosh, boy. We're firing on all cylinders out here. Join us.
Come on in.
Come on in. The water's warm here. Peak performance.
Everybody done taking their little victory lap?
Ball's not going to spike itself, Gibby.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I felt good about it.
Just wanted to make sure. I'm only literally taping with Coach behind me.
I'm pretty sure.
And a few other things.
Listen.
Wait a second. You're doing what?
I moved him over here since.
I thought we already conducted this interview.
No.
More interviews with Coach, unbeknownst?
I got plenty of things going on.
Did you forget to record the first time?
No.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Because that would have been sad.
Nope. I'm a pro.
All right. So I'm going to keep track. I'm going to keep a season-long log of the missed buttons.
Ooh, good.
And see where we're at. And to be fair, I had one yesterday. First time I think that's ever happened to me.
Perhaps.
It's okay that you're going to start this today.
No, he put his on there.
I put it on there.
He put his on there. He started it yesterday.
I have my demarcation.
With your new white pad.
I went and got a white pad from the building, and I like a felt tip. This isn't a felt tip, but it does have a lot of ink, so I'm gonna ride with it.
One thing I've got to be careful of on this side is that over there, your button is, if you can show the people how far. Yeah,
It's clear to the left. It's quite a way
so
to the
my
left.
button here, though, is right at my knee. And so but they need me over here, I think, for the camera.
Oh, for the
right?
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had
you're right
yesterday
there.
in a mid conversation yesterday, I had a knee.
That counts.
No, that doesn't count.
Oh,
it
it does. You
no,
turn
no.
it off.
That's not a mental mistake.
You have to be aware.
That's not a missed
You have to be
assignment.
aware of your surroundings.
be a
at all
pro.
times. And I also would say, even though this is
Unbelievable.
one that there is perhaps some conversation to be had
There
about,
should be a lot of conversation.
your history with the button would lean us to go against you in this way.
Yeah, but now I'm good.
Previous
now that
history.
I've got my
Now
on
you have
air
your
light.
on air.
You know, the
light.
best part
So
is
I'm only gonna give you one.
the fantastic
Only
analytics
one.
department.
What can you give me?
across
Only.
from-
What do you mean you're only going to give me
Past
one?
history,
That
like,
should be a half.
you know,
What
like
happened
you know,
to
like
me?
in the
There's
Players'
no
Championship
hats.
when they start like with so many lead, like Gibby and I's lead should be 10 shots.
No, this is not like the Tour Championship.
That's how it should be. That's how it should go.
I'm just saying I didn't have any situation where I spoke and it went off
By the way,
because I knew it. I felt it in my knee, so I stopped talking and then re-clicked it and then kept going. So nobody would have been none the wiser.
None the wiser. But then you made him wiser.
I told you just now.
No,
No,
and
you
the
said it
guest.
on
At
the
the time,
air.
yeah.
So full demarcation.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
What
fine.
was the
I'm
point
not
of this?
afraid.
And-
Injury report.
Yeah.
Delpit's on there too.
No, so he's questionable. too.
Questionable.
Yeah.
No greedy.
No greedy. No Hill.
No Troy Hill.
Did not see them.
Okay.
I have not. That we have not put out the official form
Oh, this
yet.
is just
This is speculation.
speculative. Speculative.
No, they're going off of what coach said.
I think Gibby's mess up should count double. By the way.
No.
I
Overruled.
love how you.
Overruled. Present a better case.
Thank you.
Don't try to lead your witnesses so much.
Oh,
I've stayed
Thank
away
you.
from it. I don't even need to lead him.
All right, so that's where we stand on that front. How about that?
do we have a loser buys lunch or what are we doing?
Sure.
Drinks?
Sure, whatever you want.
You can. How about? When am I getting my Taco Bell? By the way,
When do you want it? You
I don't
want
know.
it
It's been
tomorrow
about
night?
8
Hey,
years in the making.
I'll tell you what. I'll drop it by your hotel room tomorrow night.
No, I don't want it tomorrow
Well,
night.
I mean, you're not allowed to go out. I'll let you know. It'll be great. I'll drop it by.
Now he's on life lockdown on a Friday?
First of all,
What are you getting
first of
tested
all-
daily now,
No,
Zeke?
no. He's talking about Saturday. He doesn't have his days right. He doesn't know.
I said tomorrow night.
Oh, he did say tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, he
Okay,
did.
all right.
The bottom line is, Gibby, if you're dropping anything off my hotel room tomorrow, I would like it to be some burnt ends and some barbecue.
Gibby's going to be just knee deep in burnt ends.
Yes,
Come
I
on.
am.
I'd like to
Yeah.
be knee deep.
This has
Come
got to
on
be
out.
how
Why
about
not?
this? How about this road trip this has got to be a brutal ticket. This is the first time they've been able to celebrate the Super Bowl.
Correct.
So it's got to
Yeah.
be it's got to be an incredibly
top
pricey
top
ticket.
5 ticket in the league.
Yeah. That makes complete sense that it would be. Number one, I would think going into the season would be Brady going back to Foxborough.
Yes.
And this would be in that conversation. So that's not
Last
surprising.
night was the number one for week 1. Last night was the number 1 ticket in week 1.
I buy it. Cowboys, lots of Cowboys fans. By the way, that was entertaining.
What a game.
That was fun,
It was
right?
pure joy is
It
what it
was,
was. It was so fun to watch. It was one of those I'd take a fifth quarter of this game.
Yeah.
Whoever had the ball last was going to win.
That's right.
Dak looked phenomenal.
He looked great.
CeeDee Lamb's a stud. Amari Cooper's
Amari
a
Cooper.
stud.
CD gets so much attention, and he is great. Cooper catches everything near him.
Yep.
And CD dropped 2 yesterday. One ended up being an interception. Here's a number that I wanted to run this number. I'm going to give you a number. 58. Do you know what that represents?
Pass plays?
By Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I believe Zeke ran it 11 times, or was it 13? It was less than 15. 11 or 13 was the number that I remember.
And he picked a lot of those up towards the end. 11 carries.
11 carries.
I'm going to say this.
Let me just say this. And by the way, so there's a couple of ways you can go here. Number one, you could say, well, especially because they use that Pollard guy on a lot of stuff, especially in the first half. They used Pollard in a lot of the misdirection stuff that normally you'd think Zeke would be in for, but they gave it to Pollard on that stuff. Number one, you have to – and I love Zeke. He's my guy. But you have to say to yourself, what are we doing paying running backs if you're going to give them 11 carries in a game? That's the first thing you'd say. All we've heard all offseason is he looks great. They didn't give him a chance to look great last night in any measurable way when you talk about 11 carries, and to your point, most of them late. And then the other thing is this the league now? Is this the league? Is it 58 passes? I mean, this is an old fun and gun Big 12 football Texas Tech Oklahoma game from 2007.
Right.
Like this isn't that Dak,
more and more ravaged by the Buccaneers. They said, let's throw it. By the way, an almost impossible team to run against. They were last year, and frankly, it looked like it again this year. The other thing is, watching this game, I was very impressed, obviously, with Cooper, with Lamb. Antonio Brown looked great. Godwin was solid. Gronk looks 8 targets, 8 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the
he
one
was retired.
where he realized, I know we went to a half of a dinner for it. The one where they blitzed and he knew that meant Lawrence, if he ran, would have to cover a man-to-man. That genius, that's next-level stuff that got them that touchdown there. But does Zeke look right to you?
He looked good in camp. He looks fit more so than a year ago.
He doesn't look that fast or that powerful.
Does not. No. He didn't get a lot of at-bats, so it's hard.
Agreed.
But no, I didn't see that one-cut burst, that
Dalton
what he was,
On that cool kind of option play that they ran, Dalton Schultz whiffed that block. Mm-hmm. But it was still Zeke one-on-one in space with a guy, and it just looked like he had nothing.
Yeah. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, that's the problem with the position. That won't be a problem for Nick Chubb.
No.
Not going to be a problem for Nick Chubb, but that's a little bit where you're at with that. I was impressed with both teams.
Very.
Tampa Bay is going to be great. They're Super Bowl champions. They are. They're going to be. I picked Dallas to win the East before the start of the season. I feel very confident with that, and I feel confident that they could be a 12-win team with just that offense. They're going to be in every game, and they can beat a lot of teams, and they're absurd. They're so dangerous. The amount of the weapons that are at Dak's disposal, and he's good. He's
great.
Really good.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
I think Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback. There it is. Here comes a little treat for us.
Oh, a real treat.
Feast
little
for the
snacks,
senses.
Little Scooby snacks.
Dak is elite. One thing I will note about Zeke, though, is that he was incredible, and Cool Trav pointed this out, and he was right. He was incredible in blitz pickup.
Stunning. Oh, boy, yeah.
Incredible.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and that's why he was drafted where he was drafted. That's why he was paid, because
he can do everything.
He can do everything. He can catch it, he can block it, he can run it. Yesterday it just wasn't in the run side of things. Those were your OBM hot topics. Ohio Business Machine, preferred copy provider, your Cleveland Browns. They have LEX's notes for your office. You can give them a call at 216-485-2000. You can visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. Coming up next, boy, it's back. A little over-under with you and Uncle Gibby. Plus some fantasy advice from the good Dr. Z.
Yes.
You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily. I want to tell you about my friends at EOX Vantage. As you know by now, the local presence, the global footprint, trusted by some of the world's biggest brands. This is a testimonial from EOX Vantage client Tom Daugherty. He's the Senior Vice President of Specialty Programs with the NIP Group. He said, quote, I have a saying about working with EOX Vantage. If you dream it, they can build it. We generate lots of ideas for them to carry out. They've implemented everything we've come up with. We brainstorm ways to innovate and improve our company, and we use EOX Vantage for their infrastructure, coding, and programming capabilities, technological expertise, and experience working with those global brands. We are absolutely thrilled with our partnership, and you can be too. Those are my words, not Tom's. Learn more about EOX Vantage by visiting www.eoxvantage.com or call 216-298-1616. Again, that's 216-298-1616. And what do you have there, sir? Look at that goodness. Just a real goodness. It's a
Just a mango habanero slice of heaven there in a wing form.
Our great friends from Buffalo Wild Wings,
The
of
best.
course, with a little food drop for us here on a Friday. Absolutely delicious. A little Asian zing there. Looks like we got what do we got here? Nice chicken sandwich. That looks
The
fantastic.
chicken sandwich. You got some pretzels. You got some honey barbecue boneless for the kid. Here you go.
Chicken sandwich.
Honey barbecue boneless for you.
You like that? Yep, that's right here. So the classic chicken sandwich, new menu item, the new classic chicken sandwich at B-Dubs, hand-breaded, topped with pickles and mayo on a buttery brioche bun.
Whoa.
So that's a win. And what did you just dig into right there, my friend?
Buffalo tots. Little crema, which we had to get off of our fingers earlier. Little crema.
Little
Boy,
crema.
is it delightful.
Boy,
Hey,
that's a real treat.
Napoleon.
That is delicious. New menu. Look, it's football season. It's B-Dubs season. It's as simple as that. The tailgate bundle available for dine-in only. 20 boneless wings, everything pretzel knots, buffalo chicken tots, $29.99.
Wow.
Boy. Get it done. And we thank them. You can check them out. Go ahead.
Oh, don't forget the glasses that are right next to you, too. They got a little glass bundle.
The glasses are in the bundle, too?
Oh,
it's down.
There's
Even more
There's
cut. There you
three
go.
bundles here, buddy.
There's 3 bundles here.
Come on. Big B bundles.
Did I get some glasses, Gibby? Did you get me some glasses?
Yeah, I'll have
For the
glasses to
children?
you by the end of the show.
Thank you.
Woo!
During the 2021 season, the purchase of the Browns bundle, fans get that limited edition collectible Cleveland Browns glass. It's $14.99. Browns bundle, 6-piece wing, boneless or traditional, fries, and a Browns glass. This season collection honors the Browns' 75th anniversary with 3 unique designs: the 75th anniversary logo, throwback brownie, and the 1946 patch logo. Listen, guys, you win with B-Dubs. Check out the app. All right, good stuff.
I'm winning right now.
You are. You've had a nice little meal there while I was taking care of the business of the day, weren't you?
Boy, I just noticed someone just dismantling half of the food on the table.
Don't worry about the
Don't
show.
worry about the whole video department needs some food later on.
I'll handle
Don't
the
mind
show. I mean, don't worry about that. I'll carry the water.
I used to be a drumstick only guy,
No, it's flats.
but now
Flats are
really
where
as
it's
I've
at.
matured.
The flats are where it's at, and I think in the
It's
infancy,
a reward for the work.
it is, and I think in the infancy of consuming the wings as a wee young lad, you looked at the flat and didn't know what to do with it. But now with experience, now you
And
know.
I enjoy that. I enjoy
course.
the pulling. Yes.
And the meat between the bones.
That's what I mean. That's the
where
little,
it's at.
the treasure trove.
It's a treasure trove of goodness. It's all there. Who won last year when we did over-unders?
Is that a question?
I
what did I
believe
win
I
it-
made a strong run.
What did I win in that?
I
I've not received my compensation for winning that one
What did I win in that?
because I won that handily.
Gibby goes, you remember at the end of the year, Gibby, you were like, if you went 3-2, that was an enormous
Huge
'cause
win.
I think I always do 5.
I made a
5
run.
or
I think I
6.
was within 10 of being 500
Yeah.
at one point.
There
and I
was-
was like,
made a run.
I have improved dramatically.
There was a point, maybe like in the 9th or 10th week of the season, where I would have had to have gone 0 for the rest of the season. And Gibby would have had to go 5-0 for the rest of the season, and then maybe he would have had a chance.
Maybe it would have happened. That's right.
No.
By the way, and we'll do the scores later in the program. It's good to have them back. I believe we had that last night.
I think you did.
I believe we had
Same
that.
but different.
Exactly.
Anybody
31?
Anybody who knows this show
That's right.
knows that on Thursday night,
It's the
do
opposites.
the opposite.
Come on.
I
That's
mean,
that's for the diehards.
That's
That's
for the
if you've been
diehards.
here for 3 years. We're 1-0 because remember,
Goose, 4.
4 years. I just can't miss.
This is another thing.
The rim
So,
is like a big old bucket.
I've been back in the studio this week. The first couple of days, I was shook by your inaccuracy.
Yeah,
shook.
started 0 for 2.
Because that's not like you.
No, I don't miss.
It's not like you. No. If
But
you
it had
get
been
to the
79 weeks.
It'd been 79 weeks where you didn't have the right depth. Now you do, and today I think you're like 5 for 5.
I'm like,
and nothing's really close. You're throwing it with such there's so much intensity in the shot.
yeah.
It's just exactly. It's Stinks Curry hitting free throws. Like it's just.
yeah, Stinks Curry. I was thinking more. I'm kind of like the guy who takes Jordan down in quarters. I just kind of look at the camera.
All right, little over/under fun for the kids.
Give me. Let's go.
Over/under's really hard.
Pollock, you got the sound effect.
Yeah, we got it. It's playing.
This mango
Oh, there, that
arrow.
one.
The
Oh,
sweetness
that sound effect.
and then the heatness, because it'll start off like you're just in the tropics. You're on a beach in Hawaii, and then
With
all of
mangoes?
a sudden mangoes are there, and then all of a sudden, whoo boy,
Yeah,
it's hot.
yeah. Can you guys seen that guy who does like the hot wing things with how hot you can be?
Yes.
I'd like to see you on that show.
It's a 30-minute show, and it increases in
Yeah,
heat.
I'm
Each
intrigued.
wing.
I have no patience. I'm not going to watch 30 minutes, but I do think that the final,
Oh,
where they're
it's-
trying to at the final end, and of all people, like Lorde, the singer, was like unbothered by the hottest, which it cripples human beings.
Gordon Ramsay was dying on the second level.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to the end, he's like, where's the
So-
milk?
So I was just at a local supermarket, and they have now some brand has come out where they have a ghost pepper chip
Okay.
Yeah.
that's in a bag, but then they have this one that's called the chip of like death. It's like a 1-chip challenge.
What are we doing?
It's a 1-chip challenge, and it's
Why?
got Carolina Reaper and all this crazy. It's supposed to be so hot that it says like,
Be careful.
don't mess around. Yeah, have somebody with you. Don't eat this alone.
What?
But because I imagine that most people walk by, even me who loves heat and is like, I'm not proving myself against the chip.
Sure,
I
of
feel
course
no
not.
need to do that. I'm going to have my, Garden of Eden Red Hot Blues, which are a
Oh,
delightful
what a
chip.
delightful
Oh God, is that a chip?
That's a
It
chip
sure
right
is.
there.
But they basically now it's like BOGO. Buy one and then you basically get one free because
Okay,
they've
because
got
there's not an interest on a mass level of that type of heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not on a show. I'm not being compensated to attempt to eat this chip.
No. Do this for my own enjoyment.
That doesn't sound fun.
I signed a waiver.
Well, you'll need to.
Look
What-
at Connor coming in here. Connor with a K.
Connor with a K.
Smells.
I want to
They
know where
always
the
smell
depth
the
chart
B-dubs.
rankings are.
Oh,
He's not worried about that. He smells this.
give him your
Smells the
microphone.
B-dubs.
Ask him right now what
Connor,
his
have
new
a seat.
rankings are.
Come on over. Come on
This
over.
is big.
Talk
It's-
to the
it's
Does
a
he
mic.
know that he's live on the air? We always should
Yeah.
tell people first.
You're live on the air.
What's going on, everyone?
Connor,
Hello.
we need to know right now if you were to redo the rankings that landed you in such hot water, now that you are officially
Wait a
the-
second.
You are
This is that Connor?
That's
I
Connor.
haven't even met him.
That's
How's it
him.
going?
That's him. He's come a long way.
We did a whole segment on this.
Yeah, he's the meal ticket in training, the MTIT.
Oh, MTIT.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
yeah.
Very
So if
good,
you're
very good.
redoing the rankings now, what would they look like?
What would it look like?
Forget everybody else. You just tell us where we would rank.
With I would say Nathan would be at number 2.
Who's ahead of me?
Gibbe is number 1.
Kindly
Gibbe-
leave.
Okay.
Kindly leave.
All
Kindly
right.
leave. Kindly leave.
Okay.
Kindly leave.
No wings for you. Out.
You're out.
Guys.
I messaged everybody in the department, and I said, hey, give me 10 minutes because all the wings are on set. Connor's like, I'll wait. We're
So
good.
he's gonna wait it out.
I'll wait.
Lesson 1 of being the meal ticket in training is
Play like a champion.
lesson 2 is you're attached to the meal ticket.
Meal ticket IT. Come on.
Come on.
MTNT.
You're not attached to Gibbe.
No.
I'm responsible for the
Oh.
food today.
Oh my goodness.
That's all.
Well, you
I
did
have
give
the
him
con.
the heads up.
I have the con.
I have the
At least
con.
you admit it's a con.
If you'd like
I
that.
have the con. That's a good job.
It
out
is
of
a
you.
con.
That's a nice reference out of you, Gibbe. On I have the con.
I have
All
the
right,
Kavorka.
let's get the over-unders in here, kids. So number 1, we always
That
start
counts for anything in this.
with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt total yards. Chubb Hunt total yards. We are at a 195.5 Zegura. 195.5.
I mean, I would
or
love that.
under.
I would love that to be the case.
195.5. Both. Total yards, not rushing.
I
Total.
understand.
Receiving,
I'm
everything.
going to go ahead. I'm going to go under and feel like we could be in a real good spot still under that number. That's a lot of total yards coming out of a backfield. Now, our backfield is elite. We know this. We notice. But if you think about even like last night,
It's Chubb 125, Hunt 75, and you're safe.
that would be the magic way to go.
Gibby.
I'd like to thank you for the meatball, and I will go under as well.
Sad. I can't believe you guys don't believe in this team.
I believe
I find
completely.
it
No.
sad.
I think it's going to be
Here
a
we are
whole
doing Cleveland Browns
cornucopia of
daily.
gentlemen.
And you have these two backs, a 1 and a 1A, two top 7 backs in the league, nay, top 5 backs in the league, and you're telling me they can't get 200 total yards combined? Sad. Hate
All right,
to
do you
see
want to
it.
know what they
Next.
had? Do you want to know what they had in the playoff?
Over
It doesn't matter.
or
It
It doesn't
under.
matter. Totally different.
It's
team.
a redemption game for that room.
So,
Baker Mayfield,
okay.
completion percentage. Gibby, this one for you first. 66%. Over or under 66.5%.
Over.
Okay.
Slinging it around on Sunday, baby.
Last year, 23 of 37, which would have been slightly under. I think he goes over. I think
You
he's
get
going to
a
be
ball,
I think
you
he's
get a
getting
ball,
a
you get a
70%
ball.
passer this year. Is what I think.
And so starting this week. All right.
It begins now.
Next.
Over or under.
Patrick Mahomes,
Mahomes.
passing yards. 325.5.
Under. Not against this defense. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Under.
This is so much better that I can do this in person and not be on my cell phone in my kid's bedroom doing this.
No, it was
'Cause
way
this is-
better.
No,
It was so much fun.
no.
Go ahead.
No.
There could be like a banana in the background.
There usually was.
Yeah.
Um,
Both quarterbacks yesterday, by the
325.5.
way. 379, 403. Is it a new NFL?
Someone might ask that question.
Yeah.
I'm going to say under as well. I'm tossed. I'm tossing and
tossed.
turning about it. I know.
Next.
Over or under.
My favorite one. Sacks,
Ugh.
interceptions, fumbles, Browns defense. 4.5. Give it.
Under.
You were praying for a 3.5.
Yeah.
It-
4 is the
3.5,
number.
I'm sweating.
4 is where you
4 is
wanna
the
be.
number that I felt really good about. Really was. That's the number that I
Couple
dialed
of
in.
3 sacks. You got 3
So
sacks.
when we do this game, when you throw out a number,
Yeah.
as you start to give the category,
Pick one. Yep.
like Johnny Carson or
Yep.
Karnak.
Karnak.
Yeah,
Old reference lost on young listeners.
yeah, sad.
Shameful.
Sad for them. Go look it up. YouTube it. And so I come to a number. That's why my first one, like for example, with the running backs, I was at about like 155.5.
All right,
And so I
very
felt
good.
there was a discrepancy there. This one I was right at 4. 4 is the number that I feel really, really good about. It's hard for me to get to 5, but you know what? I believe in this defense. 3 rookies on the offensive line. Maybe we get 10 sacks. Baco's walking in here for 10 snacks. Let's go.
The actual. Oh, next.
Over or under.
The actual. 54.
What are you doing?
What in the blue hell just happened?
What are you dipping?
The kid in the middle of the segment grabs a plastic fork, some sort of a, what is that? A potato wedge.
Yep.
I love potato wedges.
And then proceeded to rub the potato wedge on the mango habanero
That's right.
for the sauce
Yes.
for the wedge.
What?
That just happened.
Kind of sounds smart.
Except that
Kinda
you're up
sounds next
first
level.
here. You couldn't wait till you.
Over under.
I don't know if you heard my excitement about our sacks and snacks and all the things I was talking about. I deserve a
Couldn't even-
snack after that.
You did. The total combined score 54.5. Segura.
Under.
Wow.
Oh, bold move out of you. Cotton.
Over.
I'm with you, Gibbs.
Is that the first one that we disagreed on?
No, you disagreed on sacks, interceptions, fumbles. You had it under
Oh, that's right.
4.5.
So I'll be up
Segura
2
had
on
it
Monday.
Over
Perfect. I'm going to do a nice little victory lap.
4.5. A chesty Gibby is what we all need.
That's what we all need. Yeah.
There is a
The problem is the sacks, turnovers, interception, all that. When sacks, fumbles, interceptions is you're on the wrong side of that for us, Gibby. Don't you believe in this new look defense? Don't you believe in Miles?
That's my favorite thing to do.
I
Malik
do.
McDowell,
But this is you
Jackson
twisting
and
it. I
Takk
also have
McKinley?
respect for the guy we're going up against. He's a pretty smart
starting
guy
3
at getting rid of
rookies.
the football.
My
Three
favorite
rookies on the offensive line, Gibby.
My favorite thing that I ever did on this show, among many favorite things, and there's so many things that make me laugh. And
Are you going to go
I
back
just
to
love
the
it.
year 2019? I believe that's what you're going to do.
Well, no, I don't know. I don't know if that is.
Oh.
What my favorite thing was when I would try to say that you weren't enthusiastic enough about the franchise.
Yeah, because I picked him to go like 11-5.
That's right. Was that 19?
Yeah, it was 19, which
right side of history.
perhaps we're all too optimistic.
You were not enthusiastic enough.
Yeah.
You were so down in the dumps on this team.
Yeah.
It was just discouraging
Listen,
for all of us.
19, you had a couple of moments that you felt really good about. That one, the Four Horsemen. When you coined that, you were so
not
proud.
necessarily old takes exposed, but not great. Not great. All right, good stuff. We got everything locked in here then. We got the over-unders locked in. Real quick, fantasy advice.
You want to do that? We can do it
We
in
can do it
keys
later.
if you want.
You don't want to mix the keys.
Oh yeah,
with
yeah. We
fantasy.
can't mix. Well, we
Okay.
have to run. We'll get you your fantasy keys. We'll get you your fantasy.
I'm gonna
keys.
have a wing. Buffalo
we got to do
Wild
some
Wings.
predictions.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Daily, second hour on a Football Friday. If you're sick and tired of your outdated kitchen, it's the perfect time to upgrade to a new modern design. Northeast Factory Direct cabinets, all the upgrades, solid wood, full extension drawer glides, cushion closed drawers and doors, and the best part, their process is super simple. Make an appointment, bring in some basic measurements. A kitchen designer is going to walk you through the design on the interactive big screen. You can see how it will look in your space. The appointment and the design fee, those are free. There's no obligation. They'll let you take it with you, in fact. They also have 0% financing available. So if you're thinking about remodeling your kitchen, go check them out, northeastfactorydirect.com. Schedule your appointment today. When we kick off Sunday,
Yes.
you'll be there at Arrowhead.
I will be. And I'll probably be as hot as my mouth is right now.
I noticed you got a little bit of the fluids rolling on you a little bit, brother.
Yeah, the mango habanero. It's a creeper.
What's your go-to to cool when you have that? It's obviously some sort of a milk substance.
Yeah.
Do you go with a cow's milk, or is another milk preferable?
Well, sometimes if you just happen to have like a nice scoop of like a Halo Top vanilla ice cream, or
that
any
will
type
do
of
it.
A Halo Top ice cream, yeah, because I like that. You know, they've got a nice salted caramel. They've got a good peanut butter. Yeah, just take a little scoop of ice cream. You're safe.
He's safe, pal.
Yeah, it's
Nothing to see.
it's a nice dessert after the heat. What you don't want to do is be stuck somewhere where the only option is to rip half and halves like it's going out of style, which I've been there.
That also happened.
Oh, yes. Smiles everywhere. Everybody's so happy.
They're so happy.
The food. We're happy. Our bellies are happy.
You remember the old wildlife show, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom? Do you remember this with a Marlon Perkins and a Jim? Remember those guys? Marlon would throw Jim out of the...
I want you to know that I'm a wildlife aficionado.
I thought perhaps that you would be. I had a feeling that you would be in some sort of club, perhaps, as a kid.
Well,
no?
I don't know if I was in a wildlife club.
No?
Per se. I can't say that. I can say that I was not the biggest wildlife aficionado that I knew.
Felt like you would be in the Zisu Society as a child.
If it existed, I sure would
If-
have. I mean, I'm in it now.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. When the reason I brought up the Marlon Perkins is when the B-Dubs got here and Gibbs put out the smoke signal that it was here, the rush of humans.
It was a feeding frenzy.
Yeah. Wild jackals.
Descending upon the carcass of many a chicken at the cross-country mortgage campus in Virginia. Just devoured. What are you? I know we got keys to victory, we got fantasy, all that stuff. And we're going to go through our NFL picks and stuff right now in terms of how we see this. Yeah,
season
where are we
sorting out.
on this show?
I don't know.
Here we go.
Knee deep
We're
in
in
the muck.
predictions.
Okay.
We're in predictions.
We're doing some
Kevin's got his
predicting.
hands on the pulse. What are you most excited to see Sunday from us?
The defense and the pass rush.
Yeah.
Clowney, Miles, McKinley, Malik, Jordan Elliott. The pass rush. That's what I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Glued to it.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
It
That
is
is a fun one. I'm my number one thing. Played a little bit of the offensive football. Preferred that to the defensive football as a child. Certainly my intramural days down at Emory. Played on some teams.
Athlete of the row you were, I was told. Signifying that you were the most dominant intramural athlete.
I'm glad that
at school.
I'm glad that you're saying that so I don't have to,
Well,
frankly.
Listen, sometimes the ball's not going to spike itself, so you have to. But in cases where we're here together, I'll toot your horn. Toot, toot.
I appreciate you. I want to see how we go about it offensively. I want to see. My hunch is knowing the opponent. I've had some people say, "Well, boy, we're going to run the ball, keep the ball away." No, I don't think so. I think you know who you're playing, and I think it's going to be aggressive out of Kevin Stefanski. Now you're going to be aggressive in the run game.
I do think if we go into the second half with a lead, we're not going to take our foot off the gas, but I think we'll take an opportunity to utilize the clock.
I'm saying
and
jump
run
street.
It. I think we're going to come out. We're coming out. We're trying to score points.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Time for some predictions. Let's go around the league here.
Okay.
We'll get to Z's keys to victory and his fantasy picks for this weekend momentarily.
It's like we can do that at 2:15, yeah?
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Lots of time. We got to give a lot of time for scores, though. We got to make sure because I don't
You
ever
need
want
at least 20 for scores.
maybe 45.
30, Gibby.
Remember when we first did scores in year one? You'd a lot like 10 minutes. It was like we do it at 2:45, and then Gibby's like, you know what? Maybe we need to push it because we would do Cole into scores.
yes.
Cole. Thoughts with Cole.
Thoughts with Cole. All right, let's start in the NFC. Your NFC East division champion. Segura.
The winner of the NFC East will be a football team.
Wow, bold move. Gibby, are you doing predictions with us? Do you have yours? Who do you
Sure,
got?
I can do that.
I want that.
Yeah.
What are
NFC
we-
East champ. NFC East champion.
Washington.
Went, you guys both go football. I got Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas.
After last night, I could see where you'd go that way.
But
I
that's-
think
had it
Dallas'
before.
That's an
defense still
example
sucks.
of a game where you don't win, but you know that, okay, we're on the right
We're
track
fine.
this season.
We're going to score.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know that Washington's going to have enough to be able to keep up. All right. NFC South.
What do you mean? Ryan Fitzpatrick was like the 12th ranked quarterback in some quarterback rankings we saw the other day.
I think you know exactly what I mean, that there's a little bit of a step back from Fitzmagic in year 27 on Team 17. No Curtis Samuel fully healthy yet. Little something to be concerned
On
with there.
IR.
Did they IR him?
Yes,
today.
in the last
I
hour.
hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
All right, NFC South division champion.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, easy.
that's pretty
Say.
easy.
All right, NFC West division champion. Segura.
Where you at, 49er guy?
Nerd!
There it is.
Nerd, show some loyalty. Nerd. I will show loyalty, Dad.
Dad. There's no
I'm
way
gonna
you
send
call
that
him
clip
Dad
to
now,
him.
do you?
I call him Dad now.
I call my dad Pops.
Well, I can't call him Pedro anymore, so now I call him Dad.
Why can't you call him Pedro?
Because he's not Pedro.
He is Pedro.
Yeah, he lost the trial. I believe that he is Pedro as well, but now I think
he
it's
was tried in
funnier
a court
now.
of law.
I think it's funnier now to call him Dad.
Dad. It almost did.
Oh, how are you doing today, Dad?
Like,
Just
leave it to
sounds
Beaver.
awkward.
Yeah. Faja.
What's for dinner tonight, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm so excited. Is it fried chicken?
Dad, did you go to the winery again and crush grapes? Boy, that sounds swell.
Go ahead, Pedro, as you were saying.
Niners.
Niners? Gibby?
I don't understand the hype around the Niner bandwagon, and I think Kyle Shanahan's on the hot seat by the end of the year. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Didn't he just
Ram
get
it.
a contract extension?
Gibby just bringing the habanero hot right away. Just ram it.
Yeah.
Same.
No respect for Russ.
NFC North. Who you got? Green Bay, everybody, right?
Yep.
By 1,000
Yeah.
miles. All right. Give me your 3 playoff teams in the NFC other than the division winners. Give
Ooh,
it.
I like this. Okay.
3 our wild cards.
Yes, 3 wild cards.
I'll put Dallas in there.
Okay.
If Dallas squeezes in. I'll go Seattle,
Okay.
and
You don't even think the 49ers are a playoff team?
I just told you I'm not buying them.
He says
This is
Kyle's
this
gonna
year.
get fired.
This is this year's. I'm not buying,
He's
and
not
it
having it.
pains me because I think he's a fraud too. But Cliff Kingsbury gets in as a wild
Kingsbury
card.
gets in over Kyle. That's crazy because you and Kyle were close. You often called him a gangster.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who are your
Weird.
3 NFCs?
Rams, Seahawks, Saints.
I got clean sweep NFC West. Everybody's getting in.
Wow.
That division, all 4 get in. All 4 of those get in. I don't buy in the rest of them. All right, AFC. Oh, NFC. We do NFC champ. Who's your NFC champ?
Tampa Bay.
What do you say?
NFC champion. He's got Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, until someone dethrones them, Tampa Bay.
Green Bay.
Oh,
Green Bay.
You don't think there's
I don't
weird,
think that defense.
there's weird vibes. I still think there's some weird vibes there.
What have they got? They've had weird vibes the last 2 years. They went 14-2, 13-3. Yeah.
Only one Super Bowl, though.
No, I know. I'm not. Wait, listen. I didn't. A little lean. They're not saying they're winning it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not saying they're winning it. AFC East. Who wins it? Gibby.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Same.
Clean sweep.
Yep.
AFC South. Z.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I think the rest of that division's hot garbage.
Same. AFC West. Kansas City. Clean sweep.
Yes.
North. Please.
CLE.
That's right. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Give it.
Say.
We have
Wild
the
card
same
teams.
AFC. There's no chance that happens then.
Wild card teams. AFC. Who are your 3? Gibby.
I like the Chargers.
Okay.
I just said the whole AFC South's hot garbage, so I can't pull anybody out of there now.
Well, no, you could, because you could have a team,
I mean, I could have a Colts team, but I don't believe in.
I think there could be 2 teams in that division that go. You go 5.
I'm going to put New England in.
So you got New England, the Chargers, and who's your third? You're gonna have one other team from the north, I would assume.
Yeah, I'll go with the Ravens.
I would have had Ravens yesterday. I don't today. Go ahead, Z.
I've got New England. I've got the Chargers, and I actually have the Steelers.
I flopped it. I had Baltimore yesterday. The injuries, it's too much.
Peters is a big one.
It's too much. I got Pittsburgh, I got the Colts, and I got the Patriots. AFC champions. Give the people what they want.
Yeah, I mean we gotta drink the Kool-Aid.
There's no Kool-Aid to drink. It's a
work.
fine bourbon, perhaps from our friends at the Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Oh.
Scores?
Browns.
Tight. Browns over Packers. 75th anniversary.
Let's go.
Bring home the Lombardi.
A lot of work needs to be put in. Long way to go.
I'm intoxicated the
You're
entire
sucking
month
the
of February.
enthusiasm out of the room. Can I get the unbridled enthusiasm of a small boy running the countryside out of you just for one segment on the Browns? Can you be excited?
I just picked them to win the Super Bowl.
We're
Begrudgingly.
we're still drinking 2 weeks later when we go to the combine.
There's a lot of work.
Dude, us walking in the combine, that gif of Vince McMahon walking in, that's us walking into the combine.
If we win the Super Bowl, that other gif of Vince McMahon was like, falls out of the chair, that'll be me.
Just us in quarter zips with nothing but the Lombardi.
Yeah.
The entire quarter zip is just the Lombardi.
There's going to be an iconic picture that comes out of it. Like, I would love it if it's just like 6 just holding the Lombardi and that becomes like a logo. Just like.
I'm for it. I'm for all of that. I'm for all of it. Yeah, no, it's the great thing is it's how good this team is. Give me one thing. He wants one team not to live up to expectations.
I just want to say real quickly, I believe that if the Browns do win the Super Bowl, the next high rise that should be built in this city should be the Lombardi Trophy. It should be built as the Lombardi.
Should be built. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Give me a team that won't live up to expectations. Gibby wants one.
49ers. I'm still riding that
I think that's
bandwagon.
abundantly clear.
A close second, Miami.
I was going to say Miami. None of us have
Chargers
Miami
for
making
me.
the playoffs.
Chargers for me.
Chargers.
A little bit of an adjustment to – they'll be fine, but just a little bit
Good
of an
defensive
adjustment
coach.
for Herbert in, year 2. Give me one bold prediction for the upcoming season.
I think we just did.
Well, that's
I think we're there.
I think we're there. I've said this. I think I said this on last night on Stefanski, or maybe it was on this show yesterday. I think McVay is going to pour it on with Stafford, and I think he's going to say, "Look at my new toy." I think he is going to throw. I don't know what the over/under number. I could see Stafford throwing for 5,200. I think he will. I think he will be a monster. A monster.
I think McVay has.
I think he's justifying what he did. He wants to justify it. Look what I got out of somebody who couldn't make all the throws. Now I have somebody who can. Just you wait and see.
I think he wants to make everybody who has been in Detroit for the last 12 years, as well as Jared Goff, look like a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
I have 2 other categories I actually came up with as we were going through hour 1.
Wow.
Rookie QB that'll have the best year.
Statistically, or that will leave the
at the end of the year, we're like,
because like RG3 won Rookie of the Year, but you still would have taken Luck. I think you will wake up at the end of the year going, Trevor Lawrence is who you thought he was. Mac Jones is going to have a nice year. They're going to put him in a lot of position to succeed. But I think Lawrence, you're going to go, I still wouldn't take anybody over him.
Chris Sims's brain was unencumbered by hair last night. It was just
so tight.
Pure brain power working, and his love of Mac Jones may not know any bounds.
No, I think that's
I'll
fair.
say I think Chris Sims can be smart. I'm going to go with Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Coach on the hot seat already in week 1.
Not Kyle Shanahan.
Not Kyle Shanahan.
Maybe it is.
Zim in Minnesota.
Yeah, I could see that.
Weird off season, weird camp. I don't have him making the playoffs. Kind of They did the Cousins thing. I mean, it worked. They won playoff games. Like it's funny. Like people go, "Well, it didn't work. He went to Minnesota." I mean, they won playoff games.
Yeah,
that works.
Good. Yeah.
That's the definition
I'll
of
give
works.
Cliff Kingsbury, I think, is on the hot.
He's so tied to Kyler. I just don't know.
If you've seen some things like Bidwell said, they expect very big things, and they're in a tough division.
Yeah. I mean, I have them making the playoffs, but
is it possible I know that it is possible mathematically speaking, but you have to beat each other up.
You will. So none of them would get a bye. You got 7. You got a whole other game to play with, obviously. You're only going to play 6 division games.
Does 9-8 get you in the NFC this year?
I think it might. I think it could. I mean, the NFC East is brutal. Washington's fine. I like Dallas more, but fine.
Sure.
The other 2 are brutal. There's nothing really in the South. I'm not as high on New Orleans as you are. Atlanta and Carolina are pretty middling to me. And then in the North, Chicago and Detroit. I think Detroit's god-awful.
Yeah.
Like one of the worst teams in the whole sport. And Chicago's – I think
they went to the playoffs last year.
I know, but it's going to be awkward. And they went to the playoffs. What was their record? 8-8?
Not great.
I think they got in at 8-8.
Yeah.
Arizona missed it at 8-8. I think Chicago got in at 8-8.
All right, let's get some quick keys to victory here.
Yeah, we got to get some keys to victory. We'll do that coming up next. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Clue. Beau Bishop here for Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's present the other rules of football. Rule 1, serving cooked-to-order chicken finger meals always earns you extra points. And rule number 2, there is no penalty for excessive cane sauce dipping. Raising Cane's mobile app, ready to tackle all your chicken finger game day needs when it comes to a winning game day. Cane's Rules, one love, and a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Big game for them tomorrow against Oregon at high noon. Go Bucks. Time for your keys to victory. Dr. Z!
Let's go. All right, keys to victory. We've got 3 for you, as per usual. No big deal here. But the Browns' keys to victory against the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 1, you've got to win the turnover battle, or at least be neutral in the turnover battle. I'm fine with that as well. The Browns last year, they were 10-0 in the regular season when they did not lose the turnover battle. They were 6-0 when they forced 2 or more takeaways. They were 8-1 when they forced at least 1. Forcing those turnovers defensively, protecting the ball on offense, absolutely critical to getting a win over the Chiefs. Number 2, you've got to get after Patrick Mahomes and disrupt him. Last season, the Chiefs were 15-0 when Patrick Mahomes. It is good. 15-0 when Patrick Mahomes was pressured on fewer than 30% of his dropbacks. When the defense was able to generate a pressure on Mahomes in 30% or more of the Kansas City pass plays, they were 1-2, including the Week 5 loss to the Raiders and the Super Bowl loss to the Bucs. In 2020, when Mahomes wasn't pressured, 75% completions, 33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 119. Feel free to ask that again.
Is that good?
Yes. When under pressure, 46% completions. Feels kind of human. Quarterback rating of just 74.2. Now, this pressure must come organically because if you blitz Mahomes, by the way, the least blitz quarterback in the NFL, you want to know why? Here's the answer. When blitzed, 13 touchdowns last year, no interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 134. Yes, that is, in fact, quite good. The Chiefs, 3 rookies on the offensive line. We have got to get after them and dominate at the point of attack. And finally, 7s, not 3s. When we get down there, we need to score touchdowns, folks. And if there was one weakness to the Chiefs defense a year ago, it was in the red zone. They allowed a touchdown on 76.6% of their opponent's red zone trips, the worst figure in the entire National Football League. So finishing drives with touchdowns always important, but it's even more important when taking on a team that can score touchdowns like the Chiefs. So there it is. Neutral, but ideally win the turnover battle, get pressure more than 30% of the dropbacks for Patrick Mahomes, and then score touchdowns when we get down into the red area.
The numbers you gave for him on blitzed versus non, you have to disrupt him with 4, or you have no chance.
No, one of the other keys
That's crazy.
I was
going
to
say 130 something.
134. The one thing I wanted to also write, but I figured that well, you can only control what you can control, is let's not play this game in September. Did you know Patrick Mahomes, for his career, 10-0 in the month of September. In those games, Kansas City has averaged 34.4 points per game. In those games, remember, just 10, he has thrown 32 touchdowns with no interceptions. The Chiefs have won 14 straight September games.
You're going to have to withstand that early rush because there's going to be honoring the Super Bowl championship from 2 years ago. Their fans haven't been able to do it. It's an incredible place to play. They're going to be all lubed up because it's 425.
That's why I took the under. Those numbers are why I took the under.
Yeah, you're going to have to withstand that.
They've only averaged 34 a game. Jeez. 32 touchdowns, no interceptions in September.
Quite good. Quite good. For a running back, getting extra yards is great. But ball security is always the first priority. For gamblers, keeping priority straight, also important. Make sure all your bills are paid before you spend money on fun stuff like gambling. Get more tips like this at keepitfunohio.com. Coming up next.
It is time to get your pad and paper and pay attention to the scores.
Cleveland Browns Daily 850 ESPN Cleveland Scores. If your game plan for this season includes buying or selling a home, Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has you covered. Visit howardhanna.com/go Browns today. Before we start, let's just say this and acknowledge that.
We're already 1-0. I agree.
And in addition to that, the historical, unprecedented greatness that has occurred in this segment in the 3 previous seasons is not something that anyone should expect to be duplicated. That the levels of greatness achieved here are without precedent.
You said that last year. You said that the year before.
Kind of sounds like you're
And
selling
yet-
us short before
and
we even
yet-
start this.
Oh,
And yet-
oh, did I? Oh,
And yet, last year combined 36 games over 500 for you and I. No biggie.
What was the individual ones? If you break
pretty
out the individual.
sure. Pretty sure you won last year,
I
didn't you?
did 23 and 13. I could pull up the historicals as well. The first year was we
The
were like
first year
both in the
was-
like
didn't even make
40s or
sense.
50s. I mean, it was something.
You might have 3 vacation homes if you
It
listened
was
to the
nuts.
first year.
Who says I don't?
Well, independently wealthy.
That's right. Living in Hudson, he's living the good life.
Congratulations
Heights.
on all your successes.
All right, time for scores. Give it.
Let's get this going. 14 games to get through over the next 17 minutes. No pressure, because Zegura will take 5 with the first game here, I'm sure. Kicking it off, 1 o'clock, the Arizona Cardinals,
will get you
the
nowhere.
Tennessee Titans. Bishop, lead us off.
Well, champion's prerogative. You can lead.
Oh,
You can lead. Champion's prerogative.
I wasn't going to give it that.
prerogative. Yeah, give it. Pay attention to the greatness. Yeah. All right, Arizona, Cliff, the Birds. They're a dome team, I feel like. It's a team that's very good in a dome. There's no place like dome. On the road, Vrabel, a steady diet of a fresh Derrick Henry. He's never going to be fresher. Julio Jones making his debut. A.J. Brown. Ain't no Tannehill high enough. Tennessee Titans, 27. Cardinals, 23.
Love when you just yell into the microphone. Makes
That's
for
the
great
microphone's
audio.
job to adjust, right?
Yeah, somehow
look,
that's on me to
Producer's job.
I think Arizona's a playoff team. I don't know who's going to cover the Tennessee receiver. I think A.J. Brown's going to have a game. I think he's going to have a game. And I think Derrick
really
Henry,
good.
he's very good. I think they'll get Julio involved. People will be excited. Coming across the coast, all of that, you factor all of it in. I think Tennessee wins pretty comfortably. In other words, same, 31-21.
Next at 1 o'clock, the official season debut of one Trevor Lawrence as he takes on Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans. Let that sink in for just a brief minute because Deshaun Watson will be a healthy scratch come on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Bishop.
1 to 3 seconds, A to B. You can't be 1-0 unless you're 2-0. Urban Meyer, all he knows is winning. And he wins in style.
You can't be
Week
1-0
one.
unless you're 2-0.
Can't be 2-0 unless you're good to 1-0. Something like that. You say it all the time. What did I say?
You can't be 1-0
unless you're 2-0.
unless you're 2-0. Well, it's true.
The best
It
thing
is a
about being
prerequisite.
1-0 is a chance to go 2-0. Jacksonville. Duval. Week 1. Flying high. Might not win again. But they win it well until they play Houston again. You guys realize Houston isn't playing a rookie? They don't have a rookie starting on that roster? How absurd is that? Jacksonville. 21. Houston. 2.
I want to take you on a little bit of a journey
There we
now,
go.
if I may. Urban Meyer already regretting his decision. It's all football. It's all football.
That's all we do.
All we're doing is football. Well, he's got Trevor Lawrence with the ball in his hands, the number 1 overall pick. They're driving. They're down 4 right now
Oh, boy.
to the Houston Texans, and he looks right. Comes back left. He sees Marvin Jones down the sideline. He launches it. Urban getting excited, saying you can't be 2-0 unless you're 1-0, and the ball's in the air. And all of a sudden, you see a flash in Navy. Wearing number 39.
Oh, my gosh.
As Money Mitch leaps in front of the pass and races 80 yards to the end zone, sealing the win for the Texans. They will win one game like the Jags of a year ago. It will be this one. They will then lose 16 in a row, but Money Mitch will be running right through the end zone,
Oh
out of the stadium, right to Rally's, eating victory fries.
He's going to be eating the fries when he does the pick. Urban have a heart attack on the field. He will not take that well.
Money Mitch.
The Money Mitch
Yes!
pick 6 to win it. Jeez.
I had the camera specifically trained on you. There'll be some good gifts
Yes!
coming from this. 1 o'clock. I was wrong. It was the second pick that he took 5 minutes on. The L.A. Chargers, Justin Herbert, year 2, starts in Washington. The Washington football team, defense, yes. Fitz magic. Give me the chest hair. Give me Washington football, baby.
Oh, the Fitz magic is strong.
Give me the chest hair.
I think it's his beard. I guess you want the whole
No,
look,
when he
the
goes,
whole
when he
look.
like,
Yeah.
remember the
All
one
on,
shirt,
in.
like it was
Uh-huh.
cut
When he was
like
into
halfway
Sean
down.
Jackson's shirt.
Yeah, sure,
We all
sure,
remember,
sure.
Gibby. Some
Listen,
better than others, perhaps.
I like the Chargers a lot.
Yeah.
Eckler banged up. Don't love that. This is the best front, arguably the best front in the NFC. I was going to say football because maybe that belongs right here in Cleveland with the Browns. I like this football team. I like Riverboat Ron. I like Gibson. I like Logan Thomas. I like McLaurin. I like the Diami Brown that they drafted who's going to stretch the field. The football team in a surprisingly ugly one. 15. Chargers. 13.
Type. Up next, the Cincinnati Bengals, led by Joe Burrow and company, playing host to the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe a must-win game for both of these coaches in Week 1. Cincinnati welcoming the Vikings. Not a candidate for the inmate game of the week, but not necessarily the inmate game of the
No, that's coming.
week. Oh, yeah.
No, look. All of the talk in this preseason down in Cincinnati has been about Jamar Chase, his inability to catch passes, the dropsies, all of that. Talking about the size of a ball, I think everybody has long been well aware that an NFL ball is bigger than a college ball. So the notion that somehow that was news for him, I thought was crazy. And so you factor those things in, and you say, boy, Cincy, not great. But then you start thinking about Minnesota. Weird camp, man. Weird camp. Infighting. Cincinnati, 27. Minnesota, 26.
Once you pick them to win, I don't think the other score matters much.
All the scores matter.
They do all matter. I want to take you back to the year 2019.
Oh, boy.
The Browns, a lot of hype, a lot of excitement.
Oh, sure.
The final decision was made right before the beginning of the season. The Browns moved on. And then the curse of Cole hit immediately in Week 1 in the form of a 75-yard screen to Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. There will be a similar curse of Cole that unleashes itself on the Minnesota Vikings, and it could be a 75-yard screen to Joe Mixon. And wouldn't that be poetry in motion?
Don't roll.
Bengals, big.
Wow. Up next, the Jets.
Cole.
Beau's favorite rookie quarterback. The Jets traveling to Carolina to take on Greg Rosenthal's 32nd quarterback in the league.
Jeez.
In Sam Bradford.
Such disrespect. Sam Bradford. You got Sam Bradford's in Jackson.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Jackson's living on a ranch in Jackson Hole, Gibby.
Or that.
Made a lot of money, though.
That's why he's in
He
Jackson
made
Hole.
an obscene amount of money.
That's why he's got the ranch in Jackson Hole.
Okay, McCaffrey is back. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall. The Jets defense, I don't think, has the pieces
They don't have anybody.
to compete with this offense. I think Wilson's going to be nice. I think Corey Davis is going to put up nice
They'll be
numbers.
fine, yeah.
You know I like Elijah Moore.
Yep.
Not today. Panthers, Darnold revenge game, 84. Jets, 60.
Say.
Next, 1 o'clock, Eagles. Jalen Hurts playing and traveling to Atlanta. Maybe Atlanta will be in their visitor maybe the Eagles will actually be in their locker room.
Has Kanye been?
I don't know. I
still
think
in there?
Kanye still might be squatting. I don't know. Could be in the auxiliary locker room for
absurd
week 1 of the
situation.
NFL season.
Were we ever allowed to give that the proper context?
No.
No,
Or
I don't know
time?
that we know.
No.
it. I don't know. We know the proper
Well, just
context.
we needed to hash it out a little bit. There's so much to that to drop.
Eagles
The final
and
segment.
Falcons as I butcher everything leading
Fine.
up to it.
I don't like either one of these teams. I don't like what Atlanta did in the offseason, not for long term, but I like it in the opener. And I think Kyle Pitts unleashed a little bit here. Him and Calvin Ridley will be more than enough. Watch out for Mike Davis. Sneaky good last year in
I
Carolina.
like him as a fantasy. Yeah, absolutely.
I like him as well. I don't like much about Atlanta, but I think when it comes to scoring points, they'll do it at home. A little bit of false hope early for them. Atlanta 37, Philly 27.
Whenever I go and golf with the sweet Miss K, when she hits the ball into a sand trap, she goes, "It's in the pit." And then after it
Does she
happens a
really?
few times, yeah, "It's in the pit." And then after she hits it in there, it's like, "I don't like the pits." Well, I love
The Pitts.
Love
the
Kyle
Drake.
Pitts.
Love the Drake.
Atlanta 179.
Oh, boy.
As Pitts sets an NFL record with 10 touchdown catches.
In one game?
179. Eagles 176.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It would be the longest game in NFL history. Still would be going come Monday night, I feel like.
Hope nobody has to test Monday morning. You'd have to miss it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shame.
Then there's meetings. 1 o'clock. This one will be a good one. The Pukers headed to Buffalo. Tables will be breaking. The fans are back in Buffalo. Table slams, lots of booze. Fans will be lubed up and ready to go as Josh Allen plays host to the Squealers.
Have we gotten to the point where the Steelers
Yes.
are underrated?
Yes.
I believe that we
Unfortunately.
have as well.
Yes. 6.5.
That's a big number. It's,
I mean,
it's a big
Jeez, they
number.
got a lot of that
Listen,
defense back. Najee Harris. Come on. I mean, 6.5.
Claypool, Juju, Deontay Johnson, Ben early in the season. Bro, this team started 11
They
and
got the
0.
kid from Penn State, don't they? Isn't Freiermuth there at tight end?
Yeah.
They got weapons for days. And now, they stink. Oh, no.
Bills 30. Steelers competitive 28.
Same.
My inmate game of the week, whether it's yours or not, leaves a lot to be desired. The 49ers traveling to Detroit. They come east, and the Lions open up their season hosting Kyle Shanahan and company.
My biggest issue right now, Dad, is that Gibbe believes that your beloved Kyle is on the hot seat.
Nate,
I said he should be.
I
by the
said
end of the
200
year.
words, not 800. Be concise. Nate, lots of red ink on your paper, Nate.
Nate, get me a coffee.
Coffee.
A victory coffee. Niners
Dad,
40.
Can I have ice cream? No, Spumoni.
DLD 3. Watch me drink my coffee.
Like it. You'll appreciate it when you're older. You're going to be a coffee drinker too.
You'll appreciate it so much that you'll never drink coffee again in your life out of protest.
It's amazing that you don't drink coffee.
Never
In
had a
part
cup of
because
coffee.
of that.
100%.
What did
because of
you
that.
picked him to cover, right?
Yeah, I think it was 100 to
Niners
0.
$1 billion. Poor Jared Goff.
I
Jeez.
know. Can he get a break?
All the glory of living in L.A., all of that life, Super Bowls, all of it. Franchise quarterback of the Rams. Here, son, enjoy Detroit. They're not going to try. Best of luck for you.
You
Jeez.
can do up downs with your coach, though. Where else
Niners
can you
$1
do that?
billion. Taylor Decker, by the way, broke his hand punching something. That's all we know in Detroit.
Punching
Starting
what?
left tackle. Nobody knows, but he's out for a while. Could be surgery.
That's not good when you've got Nick Bosa and
Not.
the boys.
Did you have a final number for the Lions? You started with
$1 billion
zero.
to zero. $1
Okay.
billion to zero.
All right.
-4.
Up next. Up next. Still don't know how you get to that number, but that's all right. We'll keep trying. The Seahawks traveling to Indy. Clearly, none of us seem to be believers of the Colts, but the Colts
I got
and
them in the
Carson
playoffs.
Wentz.
There's something about this
It's
situation
weird,
that
weird,
really
weird, weird,
befuddles
weird,
the rock.
weird.
I believe the Seahawks are going to go in there and wax them. This line leads me to believe that everybody in America with a brain is going to say and come to the same conclusion. And thus,
Oh, this is it. This is the weave.
Seahawks 60, Carson Wentz finds Michael Pittman Jr. late because
Who's at the back door? Is that somebody knocking? Who's
The
knocking?
dogs will get
it's
crazy.
Carson. Gotta go in the back door. And he does. 60-58 Seahawks.
What?
Same, but different. Seahawks. 77. Colts. 72.
Seahawks know how to come east and win over the last few years. We'll see if that holds up. 4 o'clock games. Let's go to 4:25. Broncos, Giants. G-Men hosting the Broncos. You know what? I'm sorry, Pedro, not Pedro. That's the inmate game of the week.
That's the one.
Broncos,
How dare you.
Giants. I apologize. I'm wrong.
Theodore.
Yes.
I've loved him since my draft analysis when I was working in the front office.
Yeah,
looking at
2014.
tape. I've loved him since then. I loved breaking down his film. He was accurate. Loved the fact that he wore 2 gloves early in the season. Won't harm the lack of arm strength. False hope. Denver 27, Giants 20.
And the other thing you told me about him is, when you put Teddy Bridgewater with a top 10 defense, his winning percentage, he wins about 3 out of every 4 games he starts. This will be in the 3. Broncos 30, Giants 12.
3 games, 2 minutes, 4:25. Fox likes to call this America's game. America's game is going to be over on CBS. Packers playing the Saints in Jacksonville.
This has the same
Reminder.
This has the same feel to me as that Seattle Indy line, but in this case, I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers is too good. No Michael
Too
Thomas.
good. Yeah.
The Saints aren't
It's
at
not
full
even gonna be a home
capacity.
game. There's
Not
gonna be
even in the
Packers
home.
fans.
Right. Packers fans are going to be there. They're in the pools. Packers, big, but a shootout. 60, Saints, 50.
Same. Cheese curds in the pool.
Oh, love cheese curds.
Gross.
Of course you do.
4:25.
I do.
Dolphins, Patriots.
We're going to be so sick of Mac Jones by Monday.
Going to be
at
shoved
noon.
down your throat.
Monday at noon, it's going to be he's the next Brady. I think he plays great. I think they designed it for him to play great. Cam Newton not happy, by the way. Did you see
No.
that? Not happy.
No.
How all that went. New England. 17, Miami 11.
New England, same but different. New England, 17, Miami, 15. Wow.
Sunday night foosball. The Bears and Andy Dalton heading west.
Ram it.
Okay.
Yep.
Rams playing host to the Bears. And the Rams, your winners.
Fiend.
One more. Oh, no, we do the other one.
Oh.
We have one more.
Well, we do the one. I forgot. We do the one Monday. We got a Monday.
Yeah,
Monday.
See, you got a
And
Thursday
then-
score, a Monday score, and
Coming up next, ours. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Elk and Elk Serious Lawyers for Serious Injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free case review. Elk and Elk, a proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Bucks and Ducks tomorrow at noon. Bucks, big. 49.
Is that a half?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe before you came on the air, you
believed. You spoke into
Listen,
a
let me ask
microphone.
you,
know
that
what?
You
It
believed
wasn't
to be
actually. It wasn't actually.
Are we doing a radio show or are we doing a break show?
on. We're doing it for the people on the stream.
Are we doing a radio
That was
show
a
or are we
stream
doing
foul.
a break show? If we're doing a break show, fine. Demarcation. We're doing a radio show. Clean. And honestly, I should give you guys a demarcation for bringing it up. Audience had no clue. Big B, veteran.
How about let's pick the Browns and the Chiefs?
Too easy.
You know the answer.
Beat down. Not beat down. I think it's going to be classic, don't you?
I think it's going to be a great game.
it's gonna be
I think it's going to be
awesome game.
similar to last night, except we prevail. Let's go! 28-24.
Low scoring.
I did pick the under.
That's true. 37-34.
Come on, man. New look defense. Let's go.
What did you say, Mahomes' stuff? Give me the Mahomes numbers again. 135 quarterback rating against the blitz, undefeated.
That was PB.
We're breaking a lot of
Pre-Browns.
precedent, baby.
That was pre-Browns. You never seen the Browns in September?
I just think we're in a new and it's a new day. Lots of points.
Yes, it
Everybody's scoring points. I think it's going to be awesome. I think
Greg
this is going to be an
Newsome.
awesome game. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. We've waited a long time. Can't wait to break it all down with you again on Monday. The next level is coming up next.